What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all know it's about that time. Chill with chill. And we are live and direct. CHLTWN, how you doing?
What's up, Big Ox? I heard you just got finished. You had to get a workout in, my man. You gotta get that blood pressure up.
Oh yeah, I'm back. I can hoop again. I was down for about 6-7 months, so
yeah,
finally got the hoop. I haven't really hooped since last April. So
all right, what happened?
I just tore my knee up a little bit. They had to repair my meniscus, so I wanted them to just go in there and just clip it out. But they said if I repair it, it'll hold on longer. So
all right, so
I'll let them do that.
Necessary. Word, all right.
Nothing too crazy. Just had to get right.
So you can get back on the floor now and get back to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what up. I'm just letting the people know, letting everybody know that Shaq and Dale have been actively ducking me and LeBron in the 2v2. So y'all make sure y'all call them out every chance you get.
Shaq, you heard that, right? Shaq, are you ducking smoke, Shaq? I want to keep it all the way 100. Shaq, right now, I'm asking you and Ron, are you ducking smoke? Ron, or you already got the L tag host? You already got
Ron, me and Ron on it together.
Yo, that's right. You and Ron together. That's right. Yeah. So you and Ron together. So it's Shaq and who else?
Shaq and Dale.
So Dale, who's a KD fanatic, are you ducking the smoke from the big fella? What's the deal, Dale?
It looks like it to me. But so what we got next? What's coming up? All-Star game coming up.
Yeah.
You got your so we know who's all in the dunk contest. I believe it was because last time we spoke, we didn't really know who was in it.
Right.
So now we know that Shaedon Sharp's not in it.
Nope.
Jericho Sims is in it. Who was it? Jericho. Mac McClung, who's actually in the G League right now, is in there.
Yeah.
Two other guys. I'm sorry, I'm trying to draw a blank. Either way, have you seen anything about that? You excited?
I seen a little bit about that, and just for the record, Jericho Sims he's not a freak athlete. He's a super freak athlete. I mean, like the dude can almost touch the top of the backboard. He's ridiculous. Now, a lot of people they disregard 7-footers and their ability to dunk and getting in the dunk contest. So, like when the first dunk contest started, I mean, Larry Nance didn't really get the credit that he deserved because he was 6'10". Same thing with Ralph Sampson because he was big. But a dude like Jericho Sims, I think he's gonna have some heat for these dudes. Yeah. Now, there's not a lot of star power, Big Ox, no question about it. Because the best
Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yeah, Kenyon Martin Jr. and he's in it too. There's not a lot of star power according to the league.
Yeah,
but there's some high flyers in here, and Kenyon Martin Jr. He is a high flyer. I've seen him punch on a couple of guys in Houston. I have definitely seen that. Same thing with Matt McClung. He is definitely a high flyer. So I'm interested to see how this goes. My money is on Jericho Sims, though.
Yeah, I put my money on him earlier today on the show. I did. Yeah. I want to see him. Usually, and you're right, because usually I see the big guys and I'm kind of like, I don't know, but I think Jericho is one of those different ones. He got a different level of bounce. So
yeah, you do.
We'll see about it.
I gotta hold. Can you hold this for 1 second?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No doubt. Who is this? What's going on over here, y'all?
Oh, dear. I'm sorry. I'm very much in the middle. Thank you.
OG getting packages. What's in that box, y'all?
OG, keep it professional. What are you doing, brother? I didn't even realize that somebody was at my desk. No more interruptions. We good. I apologize.
Leaf Diggy, what's up, one?
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about the dunk contest, and you said your money was on Jericho Sims.
Jericho, yeah.
Yeah, that's who my money on. Matt McClung, I don't know what kind of creativity he's gonna have. And him being a smaller dude, it should look like something special. I will tell you that. It should look like something special. But Jericho Sims, I think that you're gonna see something incredible from him.
I'm excited to see what he got. Did Larry Nance? Did he ever win any dunk contests back in the day? No.
I actually thought he beat Doc in the dunk contest in '84. To be honest with you,
really, you know what, Chat? That's actually kind of a good trivia question. So just that's gonna segue into just letting y'all know. The last 20 minutes of the show, got your chance to come up here.
Now that I think about it, Big Ox, I think he did beat Doc in the dunk contest in '84.
Did he?
Because that was Doc's last dunk contest. That was the first time All-Star Weekend was instituted. Like All-Star Weekend, the first time it came about was in '84. I think Larry Nance did beat Doc in the dunk contest. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think so.
Somebody else in the chat helped us out. Trey Murphy's the other cat in there. So
Albert
Trey
from New
Murphy,
Orleans,
Mac
right?
McClung. Yep. Trey Murphy, Mac McClung, KJ Morton,
yep.
and Jericho. So it'll be exciting still. It'll be exciting. I hope. We'll see.
Yeah.
But So I was saying, y'all gonna have a chance. Last 20 minutes of the show, y'all will have your chance to come up here and see if y'all can stump Chill.
Yeah, let's do it.
If your trivia game is up, if your trivia game is up, make sure you click on that link. It's only going to be about 3 people that get a chance. So the first come, first serve. That's how I do. We got to play fair. First come, first serve. But y'all, y'all get them likes up, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let me see. Also, you know what? How impressive was Drew Holiday last night? That's from Sports SPS. We're actually going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Yeah, so actually we can get into that. Did you watch that game?
I did watch that game last night, and usually Big Ox, when you get to this stretch of the season where you right before the All-Star game, teams aren't really doing much. They just trying to stay healthy to get to the All-Star break and not do too much. And this game was a huge statement game. Just so you know, Milwaukee was only a game and a half back from Boston last night.
Right.
A game and a half. So this is for first and second place implications in the Eastern Conference. I really dug what I saw from Milwaukee last night, even though no Jaylen Brown, no Jason Tatum, no Al Horford. Right. I get all of that. And the game, they ended up going into overtime. That's largely due to Boston's second unit, guys like Grant Williams, right? Guys like Derek White. Because
for sure.
Derek White is a rotation guy. The reason why he's playing as much as he's playing because Marcus Smart's been out of the lineup. Mm-hmm. If Marcus Smart is in the lineup, he goes back to the bench. So what they proved last night with their rotation guys is we are definitely prepared to go the distance with Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't love Milwaukee's rotation guys as much as I love Boston's, but I do love their rotation guys. Drew Holiday went off last night, man. Early on, it didn't look good. I mean, he was turning the basketball over at a rate that I normally don't see him turning the basketball over. But then he got a lot of stop and pop in transition, and he created a lot of turnovers and a lot of offense for Boston by speeding the game up with his defense. I thought that he did a really good job at that. Mm-hmm. I look at this Boston unit, and I can very well see this being an Eastern Conference Finals preview, and this could very well be a 7-game series. I think that Milwaukee is better, and the reason why I think Milwaukee is better is because, like I just said, I might not love Milwaukee's second unit as I do Boston's, but I don't think it's that far off. I think that these two teams, in terms of their rotation guys, are very close. So if we're basically matching you in a 7-game series with our rotation guys, Middleton looked super sharp last night off the bench, man. That mid-range and that long ball, he looks like he's got that going again. He looks like he's getting that bounce back in his step. Mm-hmm. And when they start to implement more minutes, I just think he's going to get better and better. So when you get those rotation guys and Milwaukee's rotation guys, they aren't that far apart. Then you get with Milwaukee starting 5 and you get with Boston starting 5. I don't think that they're that far apart. So then we get down to my best player is better than your best player. And at the end, I think Giannis is going to be the difference in the series because he's the best player in the series.
So can we stamp that shit? Can we stamp that you got Milwaukee in 7?
I got Milwaukee winning the NBA championship.
Oh, right.
Yes, I do. Right. I got Milwaukee winning the NBA championship. But I do think that Milwaukee and Boston in the East Finals, I do see that. And I see a dogfight. I don't see a 4 or 5 games. I see a 7-game dogfight.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. When you mentioned the guys that Boston had out last night, though, Chill, like, I mean, and you spoke on it. You broke it down clearly. You said that you like the Milwaukee starting unit more than Boston's bench. So you really don't see that second unit changing everything, like really pulling through to win those 4 games you need.
It's interesting you mentioned that too, Ox, because you can't prepare for Derek White to go for 27. Is he going to go for 27 off the bench? No, I don't think so. But he had to do more last night because he was starting. Same thing with Grant Williams. Do I expect Grant Williams to do what he did last night? He did that because, again, he's starting. Now, Grant Williams coming off the bench, I don't expect that kind of production from him. I don't expect that kind of production from Derek White. I do expect Jason Tatum to be Jason Tatum. I do expect Jaylen Brown to be Jaylen Brown. But I also expect those other guys. I expect Middleton. I expect Drew Holiday. I don't expect 40 out of Drew Holiday. But what I do expect out of him is I expect a solid 19 to 22 a game guy. I expect Middleton to do what he's been doing, getting into the teeth of the defense, keeping the defense honest. Giannis opening up the floor. The reason why you saw what you saw and why that game was such a dogfight last night, because you got a bunch of second unit guys that banded together and outplayed their original roles. Now, are they going to do that when they have to go back to their original roles? No, I don't think that they're going to do that. So I think we're looking at a different game.
Okay, that's fair. So what do you expect to see throughout the rest of the NBA as far as, after All-Star break, we got, games are dwindling down. Do you expect to see any major changes from any teams? I mean, besides obviously, like the Suns, Mavs, they're going to have some changes. But if you want to speak to that too, of course, feel free. But what do you expect to see from the rest of the NBA?
There's one thing that, and I bring this up, and it's not because of you and your boys, but I think Sacramento is cemented in that 3 spot. I don't think they're moving. I think that Sacramento is solid in that 3 spot. The way that they've been playing, the way that Fox has been playing, the way that Sabonis has been playing, I think they're cemented in that 3 spot. I think those other positions, I think those could get tricky. I think Memphis, I expect them to play better. I expect them to shoot better now that they got Luke Kennard. That number 2 seed could be had, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that Sacramento is only just going to be the 3 spot. I think that they're cemented in the 3 spot, but that doesn't mean that they can't get up to that 2 spot. Right. Because Sacramento has been real inconsistent. Not Sacramento, I'm sorry. Memphis has been really inconsistent with the way that they've been playing. They'll win 9, then they'll lose 7, and they'll win 11, and then they'll lose 6. So they've been real inconsistent by the way that they've been playing. Sacramento has been pretty consistent the entire season. When I say they cemented, Ox, I mean that I don't see them going lower than 3. I think they stick at that 3 spot, and they could possibly climb. Now, with Phoenix, I think Phoenix, looking at the group that they have now, with losing Bridges, right, with losing Cam Johnson, but adding KD to that roster, the question is how is this all going to be put together? And when I say how is this all going to be put together, Ox, I mean, is DeAndre Ayton, is he going to be able to accept a lesser role, which is going to be difficult because we're talking about a guy who, I mean, we spoke on this yesterday, a guy who's the number 1 overall pick. Not only was he the number 1 overall pick before KD showed up, before Chris Paul showed up, he was almost a 20-10 guy, right? So now with these guys showing up, so now he's going to have to take a lesser role, but he already got paid. And in the process of him getting paid, if he took a lesser role where he was primarily just a rim protector, a glass cleaner, and a rim runner, and more of a stop and pop guy, I think that he gives them a different element that they didn't have, because losing Mikal Bridges and losing Cam Johnson, even though you're replacing that with buckets, losing those 2 dudes, you're replacing durability, you're replacing defense, right? You're replacing leadership. You're replacing all of those things that now that you really don't have with KD, simply just buckets with him. I mean, he doesn't defend like Mikal Bridges, right? He doesn't give you that durability like Mikal Bridges does. So does KD make them a better team? I think he makes them a better scoring team. I don't think that he makes them a better overall team, because what they lost, I think that that's going to be instrumental. Now, I mean, I think that's going to be substantial. Now, with that being said, Big Ox, I still think that Phoenix is I think they're a top 5 seed in the West. I had them second before the season started. I'll be surprised if they got back to that, but I had them second before the season started. I think they're 4th or 5th right now. Dallas, and I caught a lot of heat for this. I'm not impressed, and the reason why I'm not impressed is because they don't defend. That's going to be the difference in everything in this team moving forward. I appreciate what Dallas did in terms of getting them, in terms of Mark Cuban getting Luka getting him a secondary scorer, a guy that he could go to strictly for buckets, but I'm also a guy who makes it clear to Luka that, yo, this is your team. I'm gonna play off of you. You are the guy, and I'm gonna play off you, and give Luka that security blanket, right? And that sense to know that I'm running with this dude. He knows that I'm running the show, but I got somebody else that I can run with. The problem that we having is that they don't defend at a high level. And the majority of NBA Finals teams, Western Conference champions, they are elite on the defensive end of the basketball. And Dallas is not. And because Dallas isn't, I think that's going to be a big problem for them moving forward. But I do think it's a win-win for them getting Kyrie Irving. I'm not going out on a limb here. I'm going to be honest with you. We got 21 games left, 24 games left. I don't know if the Lakers make the playoffs, Ox. I don't. I don't know if they make the playoffs.
You're gonna break some hearts with that one, Chill. But I gotta agree with you. I mean, you see. So, matter of fact, this next super chat actually speaks to that. But I'm gonna just go ahead and speak on it as well. Like, so I guess LeBron. So according to Aramis Jones. So he says, "Yo, Ox and Chill, y'all watching the Lakers Pelicans game tonight? LeBron's playing. I heard as well." So that's what I was going to speak to about that. It's like with Bron, Bron not playing in games, and they know they need these wins right now. I just don't see. I don't see how it's going to happen. I mean, he passed. I know that should go, Chill, but he broke the record, and all of a sudden, he's not playing.
The thing that I had questions about, the MRI came back clean, no broken bones, right? Yeah. No broken bones, no torn ligaments. So that means that we're clean there. So now it's just a matter of pain tolerance. You're not going to make this thing worse. So can you go yes or no? Now we're in a space where, all right, the dude been in the league for 20 years, and we got to recognize that James isn't a spring chicken anymore. So injuries mount up, and this thing is different from 5 years ago. This thing is different from 10 years ago. But the flip side to that is we're in a playoff race right now. And in the process of them being in the playoff race, they need everybody. This is why Anthony Davis being healthy. This is why the way this team was constructed. This is why this thing was so instrumental, because we're relying on a 38-year-old James to do what he's been doing. I think you asking a lot. I don't think that was the original plan. I think the plan was to play off of Anthony Davis and continue to play off of him, only except he broke down. Now, I will tell you this, Ox. Had he not broken the record against Oklahoma City, I'm 100% confident he would have played against Milwaukee. No doubt about that. He would have played against Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he would have played against Milwaukee. Now, the question is him playing tonight, them in the process of trying to get back in the middle of at least the play-in talk, because I think they're 3 games out of the play-in. And I still think that you're asking a lot. New Orleans is going the other way. Zion had another setback. He's going to be out another month with this hamstring injury. So they have another setback there. They can make up some ground. If not just if he played, but if they won tonight, they can make up some ground. But they need him and they need everybody for these last 24 games, this stretch. They need these guys. They need a lot of things to go their way, and I'm not sure that those things are going to happen.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, and a lot of people are saying, just like you said, that. So let me go right here. So midnight came through and one said the Lakers are only 4 games out of the A spot. Maybe they could make the play-in. I mean, but the thing about that is kind of like, all these other teams are still playing basketball too. It's not like they're just going to lose so the Lakers can win. Even if the Lakers win, that means other teams have to lose. So
that was the other thing that I was going to mention too, Ox, because we've been saying that for the last month. How many times the last month, 2 months? The Lakers are 3.5 games out the 5 spot. Yeah. The Lakers are 3 games out the 7 spot. We've been saying that for the last 3 months, but 2 months. But the difference is these other teams, New Orleans, Phoenix, the Warriors, Oklahoma City. These dudes fighting to get into the playoffs too. Not only fighting to get into the playoffs, to stay in the playoffs. So the Lakers have been consistent with one thing: their inconsistency. They've definitely been consistent with that. So I'm not sure that this whole thing with the Lakers is going to work out.
I mean, we heard what Pat Bev was saying about the situation in LA. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a healthy environment over there. So it's hard to make a playoff race in that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me check out a couple more of these super chats.
Yep.
My man Travis Weems. How was y'all's Valentine's Day? Love your show.
Thanks, brother.
Trav. Appreciate it.
Ox?
I mean, my Valentine's Day was solid. Spent it with the family. We were all together. I don't really have babysitters, so we just do the family thing.
Word. Same thing here. I was chilling. I was home. I was with these dudes, Ox and these dudes for a couple hours, and then I got with my lady, and then that was it. We was hanging.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like a good night to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. My man SPS dropped back through again. SPS Sports or Sports SPS. I'm sorry. Sports PSP. What's next for Ben Simmons?
You know, it's interesting, sports, because I mean, just 2 short years ago, Ben Simmons was an all-NBA performer and an all-league defender. Just 2 short years ago. This wasn't that long ago that he was one of the better guards in the game. And he went from that to being reduced to what we see now. I mean, a guy that's, 1, been taken out of the starting lineup. 2, he has been completely and utterly ineffective in his minutes. And I'm not sure that he wants to play basketball. So the question that needs to be answered, this season, after this season, Ben Simmons will have an entire summer to, 1, get healthy and to get his confidence back. If I see the same guy next season that I saw this season, I'm out.
You're not giving him a little more time to recruit. I mean, that back injury I'm hearing was really serious, though. So.
That's what I'm saying, though, Ox. So after this season is over, he's got an entire off season to recoup. Yeah. Plus, he played this year, right? So because he played this year, now he's got some more games under his belt. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt in that aspect, because to take an entire season off, and to not just take an entire season off, to come back from injury and now get back acclimated to playing at the level that you were playing at previous to this, that could be difficult. But now he's played some games, right? And he hasn't been as effective as we'd like him to be, but now he's played some games. So he's got that under his belt. This off season, he can get himself in better shape. Now, I know back injuries are serious. Dwight Howard had a back injury, right? Yeah. Scottie Pippen, at the end of later on in his career, his back started to go out. Larry Johnson, guys like that. So the back injuries are serious. But Ben Simmons isn't that old. I think he's 23, 24, no, 25, I think he is. So this offseason, what he looks like coming into training camp next year and what his game is going to translate into, I'm real interested to see that. And if I see the same guy, I'm out.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like how you spoke to already, and I think you spoke on it last night as well. It's shocking to see that from where he was. You know, I don't know. It's crazy to see how you can go from being as good as he was, because I mean, in those seasons, Ben Simmons was super impressive to be as big as he is. I went to a couple of games, seen him in person, and I was just like, I couldn't believe that he was really that good. Because at first I wasn't sold on him to be started to start with. So then when I got finally caught up with him, I was like, wow, he's really that good, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty sad to see what's happened so far.
The thing about him, Ox, is, and you can appreciate this being a ball player, your confidence is everything. My talent, whatever my talent is, how physically imposing I am. If upstairs is somewhere else, then it doesn't matter what else I have on the basketball court. And he looks like a guy who doesn't want to be out there. He looks happier when he's in street clothes, when he's on the bench.
Is it just too much pressure for him?
It can't be. And the reason why it can't be is because as the number 1 pick coming into the league, he performed. He made the all-star team. He made the all-NBA team. He made the all-league defensive team. So he was becoming and sustaining that guy being an elite guard. He was doing that, only except when that mishap in the playoffs, and then he basically got ran out of Philly. I think that destroyed his confidence. Whatever confidence he had, I think it got destroyed, which begs the question, was it ever really there? Was he really playing? Was it a fine line where he was just playing and not really as confident as we thought he was?
Yeah.
And he wasn't really that good, and he was afraid to get exposed for not being that good. And maybe the playoffs did that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we just got to see what happens at the end of this season and next season. Hopefully, he can come back and bounce back to that ability. But what about AD? Well, what he's going through right now. So Assad Mohammed asked, do y'all think AD is just in a slump?
Well, I don't know about the slump part. I mean, I would have liked to have seen him play better a couple of nights ago against Portland, even though he did go almost 20-20. I would have liked to have seen him play better. The Lakers are at their best, the way they're presently constructed, they're at their best when they're running the offense through him. When he's playing off of James, when he's in the mid-range, when he's in the mid-post, he's playing his best when he's in transition, when he's rim protecting, right? When he's rebounding. That's when he's at his best. And he has been doing that, right? He has been doing that. I mean, the difference with him is it's consistent, and then it'll be this way, and then it'll go back to this. So, you know, I knew that I was going to see something like, you know, they play against Oklahoma City, and he has the game that he has. I was expecting him to go against Giannis and go like 40 and 20. That's what I was expecting to see, because I know that that's the kind of guy that he is. Also, Jordan said it about Scottie Pippen, where he said that Scottie's one of those guys who gets stronger when you stand next to him. Mm-hmm. I think Anthony Davis is like that with James. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he's one of those guys who you stand next to him, he gets stronger. He's not one of those guys that's just a lead dog like that. Yeah. When you stand next to him, though, oh yeah, he definitely barks louder. He sticks his chest out a little bit more.
Yeah, got a couple guys in the room. Let's see what's up.
Yep.
Pull up Dev real quick. Dev, my guy, what's going on, man? How you doing?
It's going good. Just enjoying life, enjoying school, and ready to watch some more basketball.
Right on. You tuning into that Lakers game tonight?
Yep, of course. I'm excited. I want to see how the new Lakers look as a whole. And I kind of agree with you, Big Alex Bob. I mean, not me. Well, both y'all, because the Lakers, I feel like those two losses was kind of crucial, because right now it's crunch time, so every win matters.
And I mean, Oklahoma City and Portland are ahead of them.
Yeah.
To win those games, you can make up ground with those games. Those are huge games.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's like the Lakers just can't keep digging themselves into a deeper hole than they already are, because this team, the way it's constructed, is a win now mode, because like we said, we don't know what's going to happen with AD or LeBron after the contract goes up. So
right. Dev, they 14 games out of first place. They're 3 games, I believe, out of the play-in. I mean, we've been having this conversation about this crew for 2 months. You know, are they only 3 games out? They're only 2.5 games out. They're only 4 games. I mean, when are we going to see some consistency with this group?
Yeah,
when is that going to happen?
I don't know. And also for the Celtics, I kind of disagree with you a little bit, because that game kind of showed me that I believe the Celtics are the best team in the NBA for sure, because how deep they were, how well Sam Hauser played, and Joe Mazzulla is a. I think Joe Mazzulla can be coach of the year, honestly, because to take that team, like, let's start from the Ime Udoka situation to like from losing the Warriors to the Warriors, and now that the team got better, Jason Tatum became a better player, better ball handler. Jaylen Brown, everybody got better. Malcolm Brogdon was a great pickup. Derek Wright improved this game, and I kind of do like the Michael Scholar trade a little bit better, even though he doesn't bring too much defense, but he's another big body. He can shoot, and another guy that can play well for them. Oh, another question: how's the trivia? Am I up for trivia, or are we just talking?
We're just talking right now.
Yeah, right now we're just talking. Did you want to be a part of the trivia too in a little bit?
Oh yeah. That's why I thought it was.
Now to answer your question, you talked about Muscala. Now, to be honest with you, I mean, how much work did he really have to do? He was on that bench last year, and this is essentially the same group. Yeah, he was on that bench. He was on that bench last year with them. That he just basically moved over to the head coaching spot. They didn't find him They didn't just find him on the street. He implements basically the same thing that Udoka was running, right? So not only does he implement the same thing that Udoka's running, they got a similar group, but added. They added Malcolm Brogdon and Muscala. He's basically who Gallo was supposed to be before Gallo tore his knee up. That's what Gallo was going to add, which is good. But in terms of the system, I think it's the same thing that Udoka was going to run. I don't think that it's that much different. So in terms of them being coach of the year, I can appreciate him doing a good coaching job, but I think he was basically doing the same thing that Udoka was going to do.
True. Actually, I'm capping the Kings coach, Mike Brown's coach of the year. I'm capping.
That's why I think the coach of the year is.
Yeah, he's coach of the year. I forgot about him.
Thank you for clearing that up, Dave.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. So
I'm really excited, and honestly, there's 2 players that are my favorite players. I believe in their ability to be top guards. I believe in their ability, but right now their attitudes have been messing them up, and I can admit that. Trae Young and John Morant. Especially Trae Young. Trae Young is one of my favorite point guards. His ability, he's one of the best playmakers in the league. He already has 3K assists. His playmaking ability is elite. But his attitude on the court, taking too many deep threes, the contested shots, because I feel like he's making himself inefficient, and I don't know what's the drama behind ATL too much. And John Morant with the, hanging out off court stuff. Memphis, he said we find in the West, and then the West just got better. And
better. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Eating his own words.
With Dev, I'm gonna bring somebody else up. I'm gonna leave you down in the lobby.
I got you.
And I'll bring you back up a little later when we get to the trivia, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for stopping in. Let me see. Who is this?
I do like that. I like that Boston Tech. I like that. No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. And the NBA is dope, to be honest with you, Big Ox. The NBA is dope when the Boston Celtics are good, when the Knicks are good, right? When the Lakers are good. I think it's dope, to be honest with you. That
no, it ain't.
I think it's dope that Sacramento was good because I remember the cowbells. I was, like I said, I was at the Western Conference Championship in 2002. I was there in 2001 when that was going on, right? So I remember when that was going on. But the NBA is much better, to be honest with you, when the Celtics are good, when the Knicks are good, when the Lakers are good. It just boosts revenue and it boosts viewership. It boosts all those things. How can you fight that, Leaf? How?
I'm fighting it because I'm tired of seeing their asses. That's why.
Okay, so so it's not that it's not true. It's just you sick of seeing them,
man. And I think everybody else is too, bro. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here, right now, man. The whole world. Like basketball fans, I'm talking about real basketball fans, bro. I'm not talking about these people that like the LeBron defense attorneys. I ain't talking about them, bro. Like, I'm talking about the real. But we gonna be so happy when the Western Conference playoffs and when the playoffs as a whole start and LeBron James and Steph Curry are sitting at home. I'm about tired of it, bro. Like, they sent it, bro. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. Now I gotta get.
Hey, they're gonna be sitting at home with your Nets too, bro. They're gonna be sitting at home with your Nets too.
Nah, but bro, we in top 5, bro. Don't even start me. Don't even get me up,
bro. You sound like Tristan Thompson every time you say that.
I'm gonna get at you.
Nah, leave.
I'm gonna get at you right now, man. I'm gonna get at you right now since you hollering. I'm gonna get at you right now.
Leave.
No. Hold on. Let me get this off. Let me get this off because the entire time throughout the Western, let's get back on the Western Conference. The entire time, we can name a whole list of teams that have been top 3 in the West, and the Warriors and the Lakers were the only 2 that we know that wasn't not in the West, other than the teams that's tanking, bro. That's 1. Number 2, bro. The Lakers ain't been good all year. They doing the same thing they did in 2018 for LeBron with the Cavs. They just switching the roster around, and LeBron is older. That's the thing about it. That's 2. And number 3, bro, they put Curry and LeBron in the finals for 4 straight years. You ain't tired yet? They've been spoon feeding y'all, bro.
Who put them there? You act like the league is rigged. You put them there, what?
Bro. They've been spoon feeding y'all, and I'm tired of it.
Hold on.
What do you mean they put them there?
Am I hearing this correctly?
Yes,
am I here?
I said it.
Leaf, you are so extra right now. You are so. You know why you extra? Yes, you are. You so extra right now. You know why? Simply because if the Brooklyn Nets was in the NBA Finals the last 3 years, you wouldn't be sick of that.
He would be hype right now.
You would not be sick of that. Not only would you. No, it's not. You know why? You know why? Let me rephrase that. If KD was in the NBA Finals the last 3 years with the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving, there's no way you would sit there and tell me.
All right, first off, you said the last 3 years. The first year he was hurt, bro. That's
okay. So once again, let's take that off the table. So if KD was in the NBA Finals with Kyrie Irving the last 3 years, there's no way I'd be sitting here listening to you tell me that the world is sick of the Brooklyn Nets. There's no way that I would hear that from you.
Listen, first and foremost.
So there's no way you selling me that.
We only had one legitimate chance to get in the finals, and when we played Milwaukee, when his foot was on the line. That was it. Last year we got dog walk. No, I'm not. Listen, we lost, bro. I felt like we should have won that series in 5. I've been up here saying that. Everybody know that. That's number 2. I'm sick and tired, bro. Why do we feel like we need to market these players, bro? The game can market itself. We already interested.
No, that's not the way that works. The reason why the game is the way it is because of the players. and players who are marketed. That's why the game is what it is. It's not just basketball. You like a certain guy. The reason why you like this team or you like that team because they got this guy on it. And when you market these people, you get to see that guy more. It's not just about basketball. Because if it was just about basketball, then we'd be having a completely different conversation. We're not doing that. No, this is definitely a business. Why do we have to market these guys? Because this is a business. That's why.
Listen, I get all of that. It's a business.
No, you don't. No, you don't get that because you just asked. You just asked. Why do we have to market them? Because no, you don't.
I do
this
get
is
it.
Business.
Listen,
so no, you don't.
Listen, I understand the business part of it, bro, but they taking it too far. Like, why is it? I gotta see these dudes, bro. The Lakers been sorry since last year. Why are they still on television, bro? Okay. Stop it with this LeBron James stuff. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm over it. Stop, man. Stop spoon feeding me garbage. Get this trash off my porch. That's like somebody putting something on your porch. Yo, this is the LS3000, bro. Yo, you're still good. Yo, you want it? You want to chill? You want this right here? Hell no. Get this off my
porch, man. Speaking of the Lakers, I've been told that I'm scapegoating him, but do y'all think Darvin Ham needs to go?
No.
He just got there. Give him a chance.
No.
All right, I'm not gonna say he
LeBron
needs to
go before he go, bro.
Like, do y'all like these? Do y'all like these 3-guard lineups we're seeing every night? And
no,
having Austin Reeves playing ISO against Dame Lillard playing drop coverage, going under screens.
It's Quabe, it's a reason. There's a reason the Lakers are a 13 seed, bro. There's a reason.
It's like they want to lose. Why is Austin Reeves getting put in fourth quarter defense?
I'm just wondering why I saw them going under screens against the best 3-point shooter.
One
of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Aaron Jones says that your love for the Nets is admirable.
That's facts. Leaf. Do you still think the Nets are going to the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course the Nets is going to the playoffs.
Why do you think that?
What you mean? Why I think that?
Not even a play in. You don't think you think they're going to keep winning games?
Okay, all right. Yo, who's behind us right now?
I gotta look it up. Hold up.
Yeah. Do that.
Anyway,
behind y'all right now is the Heat.
Okay, who else?
The Knicks.
The Knicks, who we played a cage match against the other night. Go ahead. Who else?
They beat y'all by 20.
What are you talking about cage match?
It was a cage match. It was a cage match. I watched that game.
And I watched it too.
They caught no fouls on it. And they caught no fouls for it.
All right, Leaf. Hey, Leaf, take it light, brother. It's good to talk to you, Leaf. All right, my bad. You be easy, y'all. Take it light, brother.
Can I
good, y'all. We good, Leaf. Be easy, y'all.
Nah, bro. He sounds like Tristan Thompson, bro. When LeBron left, he said that he still runs through the Cavs. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, bro.
Quabe, you got anything? You got anything? Or you here for the trivia?
Nah, bro. I just heard when Leaf got up here, I had to say something. I've been waiting all week.
For sure. Let me. All right, bro. Let me get my man D Reed in here. That's wild.
Super wild. What up, yo?
D Reed, you good or what? You was just on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well.
All right. We just had him. Yeah, we did.
So, let me see. Big fan of Breezy. Big fan.
Yo.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What up?
I'm good. I'm surprised to get on. I was just watching it. I'm at work, so I guess when I came off of the elevator, that I just was available. But I was coming to shout you guys out. Fan of the show. Y'all been fire since this started. I think this the third show or the second one.
Third,
yeah. One for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm convinced that if you're building a championship team, you do it with the coach, not with a superstar free agent. That's just my opinion. And also my question to Chill is, and this is way off, but do you think that the Brooklyn Nets should make Cam Thomas the face of the team?
Hey, I said weeks ago that he was wasting away on the bench. And when you moved off of Irv, you had to move off of KD. And in the process of doing that, now you have a piece in a 21-year-old Cam Thomas. I'm sorry. You got a legit piece that you can build around with him. Now, I know a lot of people are roasting Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons could actually play, like if you could get the Philadelphia Ben Simmons with Cam Thomas, you got something that you can build around. Only except Ben Simmons hasn't been that guy. But if you could get that Ben Simmons back, plus Cam Thomas, we have our foundation right here. Plus all the draft picks you got, right? Plus Mikal Bridges. We have our foundation, and we can build around this. The catalyst to this has been Ben Simmons. He hasn't been the guy. I think his confidence is wavered. I do think Cam Thomas is a cornerstone of what you guys are doing. I'm a big Cam Thomas guy. I think he's a 20 plus a game scorer. No doubt about that.
But do you agree with me, Chill, about building a culture around a coach opposed to a player?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. That's what I wanted to ask you. When you say building it around a coach, okay, so we get a coach, and the coach decides, all right, I need this guy, and this guy. Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I got my thesis from the book that I'm reading called T-Neck to Brooklyn by Rick Lafland. Yeah. And he explains that the ABA championship teams for the Nets was built because the owner, Brown, at the time sought out a Max Zalowski who was had respect in the metropolitan area. He had played with the Knicks. So, case in point, in contrast, Nash never played for the Knicks or the Nets, so he don't have no respect in the metropolitan area. Not to mention, he didn't have no assistant coach experience at all. That being said, the first piece that the Brown got was Max Zalowski, and he made him the GM and the head coach. And they built from there. They got their draft picks and they did everything they did, but opposed to they built from the top down. I mean, for lack of better words, from the owner to the GM and the head coach, and then the players. Right. So that's kind of my question. My question is, should you try to build a championship, a winning culture, a championship culture from coaching, a free agent, or a draft pick? Like, just what you think?
Well, when you think about championship units, where are they the strongest? A lot of people say that, it's the center spot, the point guard spot. You know where they're the strongest at? In the front office, because people know what they're doing. Whether you hire the right general manager, whether you hire the right president, whether you hire the right coach, that's where it starts. The teams that we talk about who are quote unquote awful, those teams, what's the first thing we talk about? Their general manager or their coach, right? Or what they're doing in their front office. These guys have no idea what they're doing. The reason why you see what you see on the floor is because it was built through the front office. And if the front office is better, then you'll get a better product on the floor. So to start with a coach, I think you got to take it a step further than that. We got to start with the guy who's building this, from the general manager to the coach, then to the players.
All right.
So y'all see, Hermes Jones got a super chat out on speaking on this. Hermes Jones says, that man speaking facts. You got to establish a culture within the organization and build players around it with the same mentality. Bridges nonchalant and Cam Thomas, I don't give an F attitude, I think is a big culture shifter for Brooklyn.
I don't know if Cam Thomas is I don't care, because he's a young guy, and I think he's in a position where he's still young guys. What they try to do is they trying to prove that they can stick, right? So this dude has been sitting on the bench for the last 2 years. Right. So in the process of him sitting on the bench, he's getting an opportunity to play. So, of course, he's going to look like I don't care. But it's not I don't care. It's not I don't care about this team. It's more, I'm trying to show that I can play. So I don't care how this looks. I'm trying to show you that I got the goods. Now, how it comes off to you guys, that's different. Now, when you're talking about these other guys in terms of the culture shift, it does start from the top. Absolutely, it does. There's a reason why the Lakers, when they had Kobe and Shaq, why they was getting swept out the playoffs, and Phil Jackson shows up and they win an NBA championship 3 straight years. Wasn't a coincidence.
Nah, you answered my question. My last question is, how tall are you, man? I see you coming back to the chair. What you about, like 6'10"?
No, I ain't that big. No, man, I'm 6'3". 6'3". That's it. That's Ox. Ox, the big dude. Yeah, Ox like 6'9", 6'10".
All right, that's what up. That's what up, Ox. No, I was just watching, man. I love this show, man.
That's Ox and Ticket. Ox like 6'9", Ticket like 6'9". Nah, I just carry myself like that. That's all, because I ain't scared of them dudes. I'm going in the paint with Big Ox. I'm skipping in the lane, and I'm inviting the bump. So I'm going in the lane with Ticket. So
one last question, and you and your prime, can you beat Ox in a 1-on-1?
I ain't never seen Ox play, but I can tell you this: I was a really good one-on-one player, and I was a really good finisher. So I think Oxa, he might have a lot to deal with when he's dealing with me.
You got game tapes I could check out? I could just watch some of
Go on what you call it. You can go on YouTube right now. I just posted 2 of them.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
Go on YouTube right now. You can go check it out.
That's what up. That's what's up.
I could play a little bit. I wasn't Jordan good. I wasn't that good. No, but I could play a little bit.
Did you play point?
I played a 2.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna check out your highlights, man.
Yeah, check me out.
Right on. Thanks for stopping by, my man.
No doubt,
bro. Get with us next week, man. Get with us next week.
No doubt.
All right, cool. I will.
All right. Okay, so we got three fellas in here.
Yep.
Still in the lobby.
Yep.
So we only got enough trivia questions for about 3. So I figure that's perfect. Let me see who's up first. Let's see who we got first. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get to it.
What's going on, fellas?
What up?
What's up, man? What's your name?
It's Young Aku. I don't know if you've ever seen Samurai Jack. The villain.
Okay. Yeah. I think my brother one of my cousins was watching that. I saw a little bit of it with him, but I haven't seen too much. But I heard it's fire though.
Nah,
you tune into the anime show?
I do.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you catch
I'm a big fan of PC. I try to catch all the shows whenever I can. You feel me?
Right on. So we appreciate that. So I'm assuming that you're here for some trivia, right? It's trivia time.
It wasn't necessarily for trivia. It was
What you got? What you got? What you got?
I got a little bit of smoke.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, let's get the smoke on that. Trivia for somebody else. What's up?
I agree in this. All right, so I got to disagree with the last take about how culture wins championships because I'm a Heat fan, right? And everybody loves talking about the Heat culture, but we like 6 right now. And let's keep it a buck. Nobody really thinks the Heat are gonna go to the NBA Finals and win the chip,
right?
So when I see that, I'm like, I kind of got to disagree because the star power also affects how championships are won. Right. If you go through most of the history of basketball, it's a mesh of both. It's not just one or the other. So even if you have that culture, if you don't have that star power to boost it, you're not going to go nowhere.
Well, if you think about your Heat over the last 3, before this season, 2 of the last 3 years, they were in the NBA Finals and they were in Game 7 and they were buckets cracking a 3 away from going back to the finals, right? So the Heat culture is what? The Heat culture is a bunch of dirt, gritty, hard-nosed, tough guys. That's what the Heat culture is. That's what Bam is. That's what Buckets is. That's what Kyle Lowry is. Now, the problem that we have with the Miami Heat currently is, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it, is this team is peaked. This is as good as it gets. And that's okay, right? You got 2 trips to the Eastern Conference Championship and a trip to the NBA Finals in the last 3 years, right? You got Jimmy Butler, who at one point was arguably a top 10 player. You got a 20-10 guy in Bam. Does that mean we blow it up? No. What we do is we retool and we add to that. But that culture is still there. That culture of Pat Riley building on the lines of being tough, right? Being accountable. Not only being tough and being accountable, being that player that's going to help us get to the next level. Now, you don't necessarily have to have that kind of star power all the time, but it does help.
So, all right, in that sense, since the trade deadline just passed, what do you think Miami possibly should have done to get over that hump?
The problem that we have is I would have liked to have seen them improve their lead guard, because I think you've seen the best of Kyle Lowry. I don't think you're getting any more out of him, right? I think the other problem is Duncan Robinson. That contract is very difficult to move. So those 2 things are things that I think could have bolstered you. And I think that getting a backup 5-man, because Yusterevich, I think I said his name right, he hurt his ankle. So because he hurt his ankle, that was a backup 5-man that could really help you guys, because that's another guy on the boards who also could score too. That could have helped you. But I was surprised that they didn't do anything in terms of getting another lead guard in there. I was surprised that he didn't move on that.
Okay. I just have one more question, and then I'll end it off. What game, I should say, made you a basketball for both.
I was always a basketball fan. My uncle introduced me to the game when I was 5 years old. You know, Walt Frazier is his man. He couldn't tell me enough about Walt Frazier. But when I really like dug the game, like I was watching Magic, I couldn't really understand it, but I understood it. But when I remember watching Syracuse and Georgetown. I was 15 years old in the Carrier Dome, and the game went into overtime with Billy Owens and Sherm Douglas, and I was like, "That's what I want to do. I want to do that right there."
Okay. And you, Big Ox?
I want to play basketball on TV. I want to do that.
Man, for me, I was real young because my pops used to coach like high school ball, ref and stuff. So I was always watching. So I was in love with it when I was this big. I was in love with hoop. And then when I was real young, probably I think so. I was like just about to be 8 when Jordan hit that shot against the Jazz in '97, and you know everybody was trying to go around shooting it, you know. So that made me love.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Just, you know, my man Yangaku, I appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, brother.
This is definitely a shorter show today, so I'm gonna jump in. Let D Reed get his little saying real quick.
For sure. All right, man. Be easy. Hey, Ox, anybody say anything? Kings and 4. All right, later, y'all.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping.
I like it.
Okay, well,
I'm really looking forward to the playoffs, Ox, with your boys. I am.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they turn out. I
am too. We dropped on last night to the Suns, even after I was talking that big talk. But I mean, Keegan Murray, he's only a rookie. He didn't show up last night. But that's how it happens sometimes. It's just part of it. Well, D Reed jumped out, but we got one more super chat we can get to before we cut it. Oh, this is a good one. So from Reggie Reds, chill. Using only the eye test.
I'm good on Reggie Reg. Reggie Reg is the same dude from last night talking about LeBron. He was talking to Mars about LeBron. You can't go just off the eye test. That's not enough, man. No, you can't do that. No. Yo, this dude nicer than him. No, that's not enough. I can't do that, and I will not do that because I can't take what they accomplished off the table. Right. That's like me going to school and Big Ox, you got all A's. We just gonna leave all the grades that you got off the table. Yo, Ox, OG smarter than you. Well, wait a minute. So we're just gonna leave the all A's that he got on the table. We're just gonna take that off the table? No, that matters, man. That whole only eye test. That's not what basketball is about. It's not.
That's a fact. Well, you know what though? We got 7 minutes left.
Yep.
Leaf and Dev both wanted some trivia. I mean, you down to run through a couple real quick?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see. Leaf, I'm gonna get you first.
All right.
Hey, Leaf, don't start it, Leaf. Don't start it, Leaf.
I ain't gonna start it, bro.
All right. You stuck in there, you stuck around. We got to it. Okay, so this is the rules, Leaf. I need to see your hands at all times. I need to see your hands up like this, just right here. Hey, come out with your hands up.
No digging. No digging.
Hand, man. Come on. I'm not cheating. This is a phone. All right. You know what? I'm going to do this for y'all. Just carry the phone around. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. Okay. So we're just going to get straight to it. We're going
he might be walking to a laptop. So I don't know if I love that. I don't know if I love that. I don't know if I love that.
Yeah, sit down,
I don't know if I'm loving that. I don't love that. I don't.
I'm sitting back.
Okay. We'll check it out. I'm gonna let y'all know some of these questions are light. Some of them might stump. So let's see. All right. And I'm actually go down here. So we're gonna do first to 3. All right. You know, we'll start with some football. Leaf, you good with football? You not good with football, Leaf?
I'm all right with football, man, but I think I watched my.
Joe, just so you know, Ox on the East Coast, that mean he kind of whack. Let's put it out.
Okay, well, all right.
If he's from the East Coast, that mean he kind of whack.
I thought you said Bill Leaf. We'll keep a hoop. I thought you said
kind of whack on the football.
Okay, so
he ain't need to go there though.
All right, so let me get to it. We got 5 minutes left, y'all. So,
right.
question number 1. Remember, first to 3. From the season of 1989 and 1990, who was the defensive player of the year?
Dennis Rodman.
That's one for Leaf.
I knew that, but
you was just giving him one.
That's all. I knew that.
I was born in '88, so like I kind of like was iffy about it.
Okay. Okay, so here goes one. Let's see if y'all know this one. So in 1949, the NBA officially formed, merging the BEA and the NBL. Who was the first ever NBA draft pick?
Oh,
damn. Oh wow.
First NBA ever draft.
First NBA ever draft pick.
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Joe Folks. Was it Joe Folks?
His name was Chuck Shear. Get a point. Get a point if you know who drafted him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Philadelphia.
It was the was it
the Knicks?
Was it the Chuck Shear? Was it the Philadelphia
Wasn't the Warriors? Nah.
No. No. Okay. What about the Syracuse Nationals?
No, it was actually the Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
Why are we not surprised?
Wow, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Okay. LeBron James recently passed Kareem on the all-time scoring list. Before that, Kareem passed Wilt Chamberlain. Mm-hmm. On February 14th, 1966, Wilt put up 41 points against the Detroit Pistons to pass who?
1 points against the Detroit Pistons to pass.
I'll give you a hint. It's a family thing.
Mm-hmm. So chill. You know, but you're not gonna answer the question.
Family thing. All right. Man.
Dolph Schayes.
Nope.
Damn. It wasn't Pettit. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't Pettit.
No, it wasn't Pettit.
Actually, it was Bob Pettit.
It was Pettit.
Yes, it was Bob Pettit.
Oh wow! I thought Pettit because
he passed Dolph Schayes.
I thought Pettit was two spots behind.
Pettit passed Dolph Schayes.
Yeah, because he passed Schayes, but I thought somebody else was ahead of Pettit because that I had answered that. I seen that question one time. I was like, yo, Pettit.
Okay. Well, it was good shot. Next, I come back next week. Try again, Lee.
Man, that was 2 out of. I'm taking 2 out of 3, man.
You got it.
All right, man.
All right, Lee.
Hey, Dev, we got a couple of seconds left, Dev. We got to squeeze it in real quick. So
football or basketball don't matter.
You said what?
Football or basketball don't matter.
Oh, it's like that, Dev. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? This one's gonna be a little different. This round is called Who Has More. Okay. And so in this game called Who Has More, I'm gonna ask. We're gonna start with assist. Who has more? Tim Hardaway, Terry Porter, or Bob Cousy?
Tim Hardaway. Who was the third? Who was the second person?
Tim Hardaway, Terry Porter, or Bob Cousy?
I'm gonna go with Tim Hardaway.
Terry Porter.
Terry Porter.
It's a trick question. I thought so.
You gotta remember who Terry Porter played with too.
Yeah, true. I thought it was like I was thinking Terry Porter, but
hold on. Next we got blocks. Who has more blocks? Marcus Camby, Ben Wallace, or Manute Bol?
I think Manute Bol.
Marcus Camby.
I see. I keep.
Who has more rebounds? Paul Silas, Charles Oakley, or Patrick Ewing?
I'm gonna go with Paul Silas.
That's right. Good one. Okay. Who has more points? Kevin Garnett, Alex English, or Paul Pierce?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Paul Pierce.
Correct. Again. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the top. This the breaker right here. Who has more steals? Andre Iguodala, Russell Westbrook, or Sean Marion?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. I knew I was wrong.
Close, but it's Andre Iguodala.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think that steals list. I thought Westbrook would get it because he's a stats guy.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Thanks for stopping by, Dev. We appreciate you for jumping
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Give you another chance next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, chill. Well, that was another successful one.
Absolutely, brother. No doubt. This is our platform, guys. This is where you can find us at. Me and Big Ox, this is what we're going to be doing for the rest of the basketball season and beyond. So this is where you can find us at if you're looking for us. If we ain't here, then we on a panel. And this is where you can find us at. So This is what it is. But until then, take it light, but take it.
I know, y'all. Have a good one.
Be easy.